So I want the scale of this noise to be way bigger. So let's see now, if we go change frame, so you can see that what I'm getting is big areas emitting smoke and areas not. But when those big areas emit smoke, they're not just, you know, one big chunk. Thanks to this delete up here, we've just got spots emitting from one area, and that will be animated and move across. Okay, now we've got some here, and now it's emitting at the bottom again. Okay, so that will change. You can see right at the beginning it's emitting there, but then that will move away. So we're getting, yeah, nice big chunks of animation there. So I'm going to set this to push it up to about 6, I think. The post duration, let's bring that down a bit slower. Okay, so that it has time to emit from that space. Yeah, I think going down will. It doesn't say that, but yeah, I think the lower the number, the slower we're moving. And then what else? So the velocity, turn that on there, so you can see it's pretty straight here. These pieces are, you know, moving a bit slower than the particles here, and a bit more controlled. So we need to add some of that back in to this, and one way we'll do that in here, but also in the simulation itself we'll add some turbulence to it as well. So I'm going to push the scale up in this case to 3. Okay, so you see the difference there. It's kind of adding more velocity, and we're kind of pushing the like curl noise as well, so we'll get some nice kind of curly motion from this. We go back to the first frame for the pyro solver. So as I said, this will be mostly the same. Let me, the only thing I'm going to change is add some turbulence in here. Don't want it to be too strong. 0.05 is good. And let's take a look at the control swirl size. I'm going to push this up to 10. So it's a bit like a big, it's a bit like a secondary wind. Okay, so you know, not all of the smoke is moving in the same direction, so that should be good. Now in our simulation here, we're also using temperature, so we'll need to add that in. Okay, so it's called temperature, and that reminds me we'll need to go into the rasterize here and add temperature here as well. Should be there. Maybe that hasn't. Let me just see. Oh, density. I losing temperature somewhere? Oh, I haven't added it in yet. Okay. No. So let's go ahead and yeah, we're going to be using temperature in this simulation as well. Okay. So yeah, because I want this smoke is going to be a bit lighter, and I want it to have some buoyancy basically. So I'm going to add another layer here and set this to temperature, and we don't need to transfer it over. We do want to add noise to that temperature, and we do want to rasterize that temperature as well. There we go. Great. So, and then we're going to be bringing it in here. Okay. So I don't want to add this in. It's typical. It's kind of by default, I think. We're using this pull, which is like, it's kind of tending. So you know, these the other operations here, it's like just setting it or adding the value on top, subtracting. But then pull is like kind of tending the values in the simulation towards the values in the source. So it's not so abrupt. It's kind of gradually going towards the values that you want from your source. Okay, so I'm going to set the acceleration to 25, so heating up towards 25 and then going lower. I don't want, if I've got values lower out here coming into the source, I don't want them to be cooled down at all. Okay, they just stay as the values will stay the same as they are within the simulation. Okay, so that's good. We might want to change this. I'm not sure, but we'll try a, let's see, let's do 1 at 4, and this rasterize, yeah, that's fine at 4. So let's just get to camera angle and just do a flipbook at this size or something like that. Oh, I also want, yeah, we've got that bounding box set up. Good, yeah, that's fine. Maybe for the look, I'll just put the density up here so we can see it. Again, this won't affect the simulation. It's just for, you know, so for visualization. Okay, come here, give me proper lighting, full screen, turn off this ground plane, press D, turn that off, full HDR, and I'm going to save it. And let's do that. So I've just got a few frames there. So it looks a bit static to me. You can see it's being emitted, and then it's just kind of getting carried along by the wind a little bit. So we need to push some more velocity into this. So I'm gonna come in here and push this up to 2. Now also, yeah, this is going to be much, you know, the kind of lighter side. You know, this is going to be heavier, this is going to be lighter. So the density, the animation there, let me just turn the simulation off while we change these values. So I'm basically just going to drop them in half. So it starts off at 0.5 and goes down to, on frame 150, to 0.1. Okay, so that's just a bit lower. What else? I'd like it to be a bit more buoyant, so maybe have some of it rising up above the bridge would be nice. So I'm going to push the buoyancy scale to 2, so that should help it be more buoyant, basically. Okay, so let's push this back down to 0.025. That should push this to 2.5 as well, which is great. Don't know why we've got these error messages. There we go, that's fine, fine, fine. And find that. Turn the simulation on, that would help. Why do we still have an error? It's probably nothing. Just skip forward 1 frame. There we go. Oh, one thing we might want to check. Let me just see when we've got the first actual bits coming through there. So about frame 40 as well, actually, which is what we've got here. Okay. That's good. So this will be light dust. Light dust. Light dust. There we go. Okay, I think that's it. Let's save it out.